Welcome to the Bryan Elementary Teacher Induction and New Teacher Mentoring Plan by me, Gail Clutton, Kimberly Jones, Destiny Jordan, and Jennifer Murphy for our internship in personnel development. Bryan Elementary has a student population of 830 students, 89.5% white, 9.5% non-white. That includes Hispanic, African American, Chinese, and Native American. 83% of our population is regular education, with 17% being special education or gifted. We have 26% of our population as economically disadvantaged. We have less than 10 English language learners in our population. Today we will be talking about the teacher mentoring program, how special education is presented in our school, English language learning programs, career technical education, technology in the classroom, our pre-kindergarten program, and our literacy program. Mentoring plans for our new teachers always start with the basis of the guidelines set out by the State Department of Education. The Jefferson County Board of Education takes the State Department's plans and puts together a plan that is district-wide, and then grade level mentors are assigned to follow the Bryan Elementary Mentor Plan. Teacher Mentoring Program begins with county training. Teachers who are new to the district hired to work at Bryan Elementary still will participate in a district training first. On a specific day during back-to-school professional development days, our new teachers will attend a district-wide meeting organized by district staff. During this session, newly hired teachers will be introduced to the Alabama Quality Teaching Standards, the AQTS, which is our professional development outline and plan, and they will be given the procedures for its implementation in the district. New hires will also meet relevant central office personnel, be introduced to general district information such as health training and professional development opportunities. They will always also be presented the Alabama Educator Code of Ethics standards as expectations of the district to ensure that all new hires understand ethical and legal issues as they apply to everyday teaching. After the general meeting, teachers will attend breakout sessions with specialists in curriculum instruction for our regular homeroom classroom teachers or exceptional education for our special education teachers. In those breakout sessions, they will become familiar with their department personnel, the processes in their department, and the expectations for their department, as well as any available training opportunities that will be coming up. After the county training, a second professional development training day will be school-specific training. Our teachers will come to Bryan where they will meet the principal and assistant principal. They will meet specific program leaders such as the STEAM teacher and the e-learning team leader, as well as the school bookkeeper and maybe some other relevant personnel. The lead special education teacher will be there to present how special education looks in the building. The bookkeeper will give some specific school procedures for money that is provided for teachers and how they are allowed to spend it and the specific paperwork that is in place for that. The STEAM leader and E-team leader will provide training on technology in the classrooms and will cover the Code of Ethics regarding professional conduct, which is the Code of Ethics Standards 1, 3, and 4. And we'll also introduce them briefly to daily programs such as Schoology and Google. The lead special education teacher will talk about the program functions at Bryan and will walk through the referral process and directly address Standards 2 and 8, which covers maintaining trust and confidentiality. At the completion of these sessions, new teachers will have time to reflect with their mentor teacher, ask questions, and get further instruction and information. During this time, and their grade level mentor will help them with beginning of the school standards and instructional practices, things such as lesson plans, first day of school procedures, as well as things like bus duty or any other relevant dismissal, arrival types of information that are going to be important on the first days of school. The mentor must be willing in the process so that the new teachers feel like they can ask questions and feel comfortable with their mentor. The mentor must be well versed in the standards and curriculum and instructional practice of the grade level and be a good communicator in order to effectively help this new teacher acclimate to Bryan Elementary. Our mentoring timeline, in the very beginning of the year, August, September, our new teachers will meet with their mentors to address any challenges or questions that have come up since attending their first meeting, go over procedures and expectations at the beginning of the school, and kind of lay out a timeline for the first couple of days of school, as well as the first couple of weeks of school. In October and November, they will begin the collaborative planning process and start planning for and conducting observations. The mentor and mentee will each observe each other in an instructional environment and have the opportunity to ask questions and reflect on how the process went. In December and January, the mentors will make sure that the mentee understands the referral process and how to conduct small groups. The referral process is necessary at this point because we have had our Tier 2, Tier 3 intervention going on, and they may find students that they think should be evaluated for further referral or evaluation for special education. February and March is continued collaborative planning, doing more observations, and getting prepared for standardized testing. Standardized testing typically takes place after spring break, and February and March are good times to prepare for that. April and May will be reflection and pre-planning for the following year, as well as getting ready for closing out at the end of the school year, making sure all of the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. Special education. In our system and in our school, we observe a 3-tiered referral system. Everybody is Tier 1. Students with some needs for help are in Tier 2. Tier 3 is for small group pullout prior to being referred for special education. These students get classroom accommodations, and teachers must abide by the Alabama Educator Code of Ethics Standard 8, which addresses confidentiality. New teachers will be asked to adhere to confidentiality standards. We have a very small percentage at Bryan that are English language learners. At this point, we have fewer than 10 students, but Code of Ethics standards, teacher and student relationships apply, as well as confidentiality. And mentors need to tell their new teachers that there is district support available for English language learning students. Career technical education in elementary school is fairly minor, but we do have a STEAM teacher who provides technology in the STEAM classes. We participate in Science Olympiad, and we observe Code of Ethics Standards 1 and 4, again, student-teacher relationships, as well as professional conduct. In the technology department, we every year teach students about digital citizenship. It's first on our list, making sure our students understand proper use of technology and the internet and our digital rules and regulations. Bryan is now one-to-one devices in school. Every student has their own device, so they are able to participate in STEAM Lab, doing coding, critical thinking, problem solving, all on their own device. The librarian teaches about technology, shows students how to use Google technology, Google Docs, Google Slides to do presentations and all of that. And again, Code of Ethics apply. We have a new, recently opened pre-kindergarten program open in our feeder pattern. It will not be at our school, but our students and their families are allowed to participate in a lottery system. It's going to be at a nearby elementary school. Students' names are put in as an application, and then they're selected by lottery. And Code of Ethics apply for pre-K just like they do every other grade in Alabama schools. Our literacy program, our teachers in our system are ARI trained. We use best practices when teaching literacy. We include an after-school tutoring program that allows students to get extra support. We also have a book vending machine in our school that kids can use. Studies, they earn trophies, they get tokens, and they can buy books in the vending machine. And the books cover all reading levels. Our school uses a program called iReady for the younger K through 3 grades and Edmentum for 4 and 5 to help advance literacy and reading in our school. We also use Accelerated Reader, which is one of the ways we can earn tokens for the book vending machine. In closing, recognizing that the first 5 years of teaching shows a turnover rate of nearly 50%, having a well-thought-out, well-implemented plan that supports new teachers will enable novice teachers with the tools to teach beyond the statistical 5 years. We would like to hire new teachers at Bryan Elementary that stay for their as many years as they want and don't get run out or burned out because they didn't get a good introduction and a good mentoring program to start off their teaching.